Yo, what is up, you guys? This is DeAndre.
I'm Javante. What's good, guys?
And this is Dre and Jay. Here today to do our review of The Mandalorian. The Book of Boba. Episode 5. So this episode...
We're actually on time today, guys.
Yeah, we are on time. Luckily. It's funny story, actually, because I was actually trying to do the review right after we watched I watched the episode last night, which was at 3 a.m. And Javante told me... like at around 12 midnight, like, hey, don't forget, Book of Boba comes out at 2. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I watch it, and after watching, I'm so excited to do the review, and I'm like, I barge into his room. I'm like, hey, Javante, bro, like, Book of Boba lit. And that's, all I see is this man just passed out,
I went to sleep,
out.
Bro. I had shit to get up and do. I had to go to sleep.
I was like, dude, come on, man.
I want to watch it because I know I'd be tired. I was like, yeah, I'm going to watch it when I wake up in the morning. I'll be more fresh. I'll be excited to watch it. I ain't go on Twitter and I didn't see anything. I was like, okay, I'm going to look at this.
Yeah. So. But, episode 5 of Book of Boba. This shit wasn't even Book of Boba. There was no Boba Fett involved. There was none of his storyline involved. Not until pretty much the end, a little glimpse of it. But it was pretty much a Mandalorian story. This is kind of like a prologue for Mandalorian Season 3. That's what it felt like. And Bryce Dallas Howard directed this episode. And I just want to give a shout out to Bryce Dallas Howard. I feel like she deserves, to do more Star Wars projects in the future. Whether it's a series or even, I might even give her a fucking movie trilogy at this point. Like, she was really good in this episode. There was a lot of nostalgia, a lot of... world building. I felt like the environment, how it was set up, and it just made me like, damn. It made me feel like, damn, Robert Rodriguez. Like, how did you do these first 4, and then you let Bryce Dallas Howard come in, and she just trumped your shit. I just felt like the CGI was a lot better than what the previous 4 episodes were. Like I don't know. I felt like when I was watching, like, oh my god, okay, this is really some Star Wars level content that I felt while watching this episode.
I agree. I thought it was dope. Shout out to Bryce Howard. Her dad's a great director as well. I know people don't like Solo. I don't mind. I mean, it's growing me a little bit, but I know why people don't like Solo, especially after The Last Jedi. But I think honestly, I think it's kind of unfair to do that because the Mandalorian series in general it looked more like more money was put into it than Boba Fett has. Mm-hmm. Probably because also we do more world travel. I think about Boba Fett we're on one planet, we're on Tatooine the whole time. So you don't do as much, and it's mostly in Jabba's palace on the sea. We don't do as much. Mandalorian we did a lot more traveling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But also I think Dallas Bryce Howard does deserve a lot of credit for this episode.
Bryce Dallas Howard. You said Dallas Bryce Howard.
Oh, sorry, Bryce Dallas Howard deserve a lot of credit for this episode. But I will say, I'm not trying to take anything away from her, but also it's Mandalorian she did. Like, she did the Mandalorian. Like, the Mandalorian is such a popular character that I think she did great. But also seeing Mando again, people were like, oh, Mando, because people love the Mandalorian show. The best.
Hold on, I'm going to hop on that because I'm going to give her credit because... out of all the Mandalorian, even going back to the Mandalorian episodes, like Bryce Dallas Howard directed probably some of the best ones.
Yeah, we agree. I think most people agree that her episodes are probably the best. Yeah. Some of the best, yeah.
Because I remember she did the one with the village people and, the AT-AT that they were taking down. And then she also did the Harris, which was the one with when Bo-Katan was introduced.
Yeah, she's done some of the best episodes. I'm saying. Yeah, I'm not saying she hasn't worked hard and done some great work. I'm just saying also, like, think about Boba Fett's been very much, for a lot of people, it's been very much like, just straight line. You know what I mean? Like, when Mandalorian came in, it's like, oh, shit, whoop. Everyone thinks the ticket. Everyone like, oh, man. Now, but think about now. Let's be honest. Are most people more excited about Boba Fett now? Or are we more excited about the future of Mandalorian?
Oh, we're excited about the future. But that's what I'm saying. That's what is, like, the problem with Bryce Dallas Howard creating such a good episode. And it's one thing, like, if it felt like, oh, okay, this Book of Boba Fett, episode 5. It shouldn't have been Mando the whole episode, in my opinion. I feel like you gotta have some.
I had no problem with it being Mando the whole time.
I just feel like you gotta have some Boba in it to establish that, okay, this is the Book of Boba. Like, honestly, it wasn't until the fucking end where what's her name?
Fennec Shand.
Yeah, Fennec Shand popped up, and I was like, oh shit, this is Book of Boba. I forgot.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what they want you to do. They want you to think all in the same universe.
Yeah.
But also, I had no problem with not showing Boba Fett. I had no problem with that because we had to see what Mando's like. Last time we saw Mando was on that ship when Grogu was like seeing what Mando's been up to lately. Seeing what he's been doing, it was kind of we needed to see that before we could just see Mando hop in and say, "Oh, Mando's here." Like, first off, how'd you get Mando even back?
Well, I'm not saying it necessarily has to have Boba Fett in the episode, but I'm saying like aspects from Boba Fett, whether it's some characters, whether it's the bar that they go to or something.
But we kind of got that with Boba Fett's show. Boba Fett's show showed old girl with the robots.
You can't count that.
Well, I'm saying like that already kind of like put that in there for you, like, oh, because everyone saw it, everyone was like, oh, look, it's old girl. Mm-hmm. So seeing that was kind of like already your sign, like, hey, like that's your key to what man, like it's a Mandalorian. Yeah. And if Mando does come back to Tatooine, every time he's in Tatooine, he goes to her. So like that's the way we saw that connection. But I don't know how you could have showed Boba. Like, show Mando coming down like Boba's running shit, because Boba's really not running shit like that.
Yeah.
If we're being real. But we can.
I'm just saying, like, there's some things in Tatooine, maybe.
Like what
that was in Boba Fett. Like, maybe some characters that just passed the line. Maybe, shit, you could have saw Black Chrysanthemum just pass by or something like that. I don't know.
What the hell he doing leaving the goddamn Jabba's palace?
I don't know. Maybe the people on the speeders, just something to connect with the Book of Boba, because I was just like.
I had no problem. I get what you're saying.
Nothing on it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I don't know. It's just, it's kind of like one of those things where, damn. You kind of put fans in a hard spot, because let's say they go back to the Book of Boba, then you're gonna have fans like, oh, okay, like it would, like no episode ever reached this episode.
But that's because Mandalorian's in it. That's the fact of this whole show. Think about this show is because this show was hyped up because of how Mandalorian ended, and when we got Boba, we're like, oh, it's gonna be like Mando, and it wasn't Mandalorian.
But that's also another thing. Is like what I was saying in the second, the Book of Boba review that we did before this one was like. If you're bringing Mando in, is it to save the fucking series?
No, I don't think so. Because think about, you had Boba come in the Mando show in season 2. We're like, oh, wait. Think about, we had the same reaction when Boba came in Mandalorian. We're like, oh shit, Boba Fett. He had the fucking swing the stick. He had the arm. And we're like, oh shit, Boba. You know what I mean?
But were we over here saying like, oh, Mando's kind of a myth show for me. Season 2 is kind of myth.
No, because we already had established Mando. And think about it, we also had Grogu the whole time. Grogu helped establish a lot too. A lot of people love Grogu. Grogu's a lot of people's favorite part of Star Wars now.
Okay.
So you had Grogu and you have Mando, who looks cool. I'm just gonna be honest. Mando probably looks cooler than Boba Fett.
Oh yeah. You know
what I mean?
So he got the darksaber now. So
not even that. This is armor. He just looks clean with all that like a Beskar, so he looks tight. But go ahead, continue on. I know we cut random already.
Oh yeah.
But shout out to Bryce Dallas Howard for the episode.
Yeah,
thought she did a great job.
Dallas Bryce Howard. What the hell wrong with you?
My bad. I'm gonna do tongue twisting. It's a lot of words to put there. Next, I'm gonna start calling her Howard.
Okay.
Not Ron Howard or
Don't call her Ron Howard's daughter. She deserves.
I'm gonna say Mrs. Howard. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
Or I'm gonna say Dallas or Bryce.
Yeah.
There we
okay.
go. Bryce Dallas. There we go.
All right. So I mean, right from the beginning of the episode. Like, that's when it was like, oh my god, okay, like, we already starting off already.
Yeah,
so Watson, you see him come in, motherfucker, he's like...
Well, at first you might think it might be Boba because, like, it's kind of smoky and shit, then you see, oh, it's Mando. You're like,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then he came in, he was like, he did the same shit that he usually does in Mandalorian. When he's collecting a bounty, he's like, I can take you in cold or I can take you in warm. And he whips out that fucking dartsaber. And one thing I really liked about it, especially when he was fighting with it, was that it looked like he didn't know how to use it. Like, he even cut himself. Yeah. So I like that. That's something that, Rey never did in fucking The Force Awakens. She never cut herself, or she never looked like, oh, okay.
Well, because people would say, I'm not trying to fit, but people would probably say Rey's a natural force
That is true. That is true.
So that's why it's a little easier for her. But I agree with saying, though.
Just saying, Rey, all Jedis are trained through lightsabers, with lightsabers, so it would have been... that's something that Rey never experienced. Like, she just picked up a lightsaber and defeated a Sith Lord. Well, I don't know if he was a Sith Lord, but he was a Sith.
He was an apprentice.
He was an apprentice, a Sith apprentice.
I mean, you said about Luke. Luke came in there. I mean, he gave Vader a run for his money.
Which one?
Empire Strikes Back.
He had training.
From what? Where lightsaber training he had?
He had training from Obi-Wan.
He had a little bit like the blocking. That was blocking like lasers.
And then he had training with Yoda.
Yoda not training with no lightsaber.
He had a day.
No, he did not.
And what you talking about? He went into that cave
to see his demon sphere. He is literally cut his head off. That was it. It was like he got an actual training.
And at the end of the day, when he fought Darth Vader, who lost?
No, for sure. Yeah, but he gave Darth Vader a run for his money for a little bit.
But he still lost.
Yeah, for sure.
Did Rey?
No, Rey did not lose.
No,
Rey did not lose.
Just saying, I'm not a person that hates Rey. I'm all about it, but I just feel like the character.
No, I agree. Seeing the Darksaber like be hard to wield and showing like, oh, like he can't really wield it either, kind of was dope. Like, you know what I mean? But Moff Gideon was over there going crazy, but you kind of have to like.
I mean, I guess he was used to it, but I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
well, we get to the point where even his old girl says to him, she's like, you gotta like go with. You can't fight against it. You can't try to fight with it. You have to let it do what it wants to do. You know what I mean? In a way, so. But to talk about that scene, I thought that scene was dope. And one thing that I liked about that scene, but made me hate the show a little bit and made me lose a little bit more respect for the show.
What is it?
Is how violent the scene was. Mando over here cutting people in half. slicing people up. And no, that was cool. But no,
fuck with it.
No, I like it too. But my problem with it, I ain't seen Boba Fett do none of that.
That is
Boba Fett ain't done nothing. Boba Fett, they got Boba Fett looking weak compared. I get the whole rule with what's it saying?
I tend to rule with
respect, not fear. But fuck all that. Mando was putting in work. Mando here slice people up and take off heads.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Boba Fett ain't done none of that. It's kind of like, damn, bro. That's what
Mando
Boba
was
Fett.
nice with it.
Boba Fett's supposed to be like that though. He's supposed to be the ultimate. I know he's not a bounty hunter like that no more, but he's still supposed to be the ultimate like
killer.
Crime. Yes. And seeing Mando do it, not Boba Fett in his own show is like, I don't know. But that's what that bothered me about this episode.
Yeah.
I was like, man, they can't show me Mando putting his work in and Boba Fett ain't doing none of this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead, though.
But also the place that Mando was on, I actually really love the scenery in that scene. I think that's
yeah,
Elysium.
Yeah, Elysium.
Matt Damon. Yeah,
that's
exactly my thought. I was like, this reminds me of Elysium right here.
Yeah,
you know, it has a little circle.
Like all these cities and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty dope. It's pretty tight.
I like that. That's honestly one of my favorite locations in Star Wars now. Like,
really?
I like it. It was actually
that was dope. And so we get from that, we go to.
He meets the armor and Paz Vizsla.
Yeah, voiced by Jon Favreau still, right?
I don't think it was Jon Favreau because like he didn't sound like Jon Favreau.
I think so.
I think they might have got someone else. Like John, when I saw the original, like when I saw him in The Mandalorian, like I could tell that was Jon Favreau.
Yeah, that's what we couldn't tell.
This one I couldn't really tell, so I don't know.
Yeah, we get them back, and it's like, oh, so she survived, and we see, but he even says some of the Mandos didn't survive. Like we got like 3 or 4 Mandos. Yeah. So you know some of them did die out there. For a good cause though, you know, this is the way. But we start noticing right away he's kind of like interested in that Darksaber right away.
Oh, for sure. When he was staring at that shit.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I know he gonna take this motherfucker out his head.
And I like the fact that it established that Bo-Katan didn't, win it through combat. She was giving it. So I was like, okay, I'm fine. I'm happy with that fact because it's like, damn, I'm over here twisting. When Mandalorian season 2 ended, that's one of the things where I was like, okay, I don't believe this. Like, how could she be complaining about like it has to be won but through challenge, but Sabine gave it to her.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that they addressed it and they officially announced that it has to be won by combat. Bo-Katan, however, she didn't. So
well, it would give you more info. Like if you didn't watch Clone Wars, give you more info about how the Darksaber first became Darksaber, the first Jedi Mandalorian that wielded it. It's like they give you a lot of information like that. They try, if you don't know much about the Darksaber, it tries to catch you up and like give you a little information.
Mm-hmm. I like that scene with the
Mandalorian
destroying Mandalore.
Yeah,
I was like, because I always said like, oh, maybe the Empire has they're controlling Mandalore, like they overruled it, but the Mandalore still exist, and Din Djarin and Mando was gonna fight back for it and reclaim it. He ain't reclaiming that shit. That shit's burnt to the ground. They had them TIE bombers come in.
Yeah,
I like the K2SO droids from Rogue One.
Yeah, going crazy. Yeah,
I like that.
Shooting everything. It was like everything has, hey, move a little bit.
That motherfucker looked like he was dead, and they still were like,
like making sure.
We don't shoot that.
I'm like Rambo.
Yeah.
What else we get to? After that, we get to.
She told him you can't even use the Beskar spear anymore. She said,
bro.
She said, hey, you got too many weapons now, my guy. Go ahead and
put that motherfucker in the pot. And he ends up making. She's like, oh, we gotta turn it. Beskar doesn't turn. They said Beskar isn't used for weapons. Yeah, for armor. So he's like, okay. She's like, what you want? And he's like, make something for Grogu. That man got so much armor now. He's like, we'll make something for Grogu. You know what I mean?
See, and I don't know how I feel about him returning to see Grogu. I like the fact that it was like, oh, okay, this was the last time that
I'm kind of cool with it.
Grogu. I just felt like it was more emotional knowing that they might not see each other again. But then again, now it raises the theory of maybe Mando got Grogu out of the Jedi Temple before it was, destroyed by Kylo Ren. So maybe Grogu's still alive.
I always thought Grogu was coming back because he's too big of a character now. They've created this character so big. Like, if you think about Star Wars now, Grogu this, Grogu that. Everyone loves Grogu. So you're at the point now where you can't really get rid of Grogu. He is your moneymaker. You have to have Grogu in the show. So I'm not surprised they do bring Grogu back. And they do the route you're saying. But I think Grogu might be the new Mandalore / Jedi.
That's a good point.
He is gonna get some Beskar type thing now. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. What if he's our new Mandalore / Jedi?
That's actually an interesting theory. I actually like that. Huh?
I don't know. I'm just saying. So we get and she makes like a little. We don't know what it is yet. A gift for Grogu. And we get he
travels to Tatooine.
Nah, they're training.
Oh yeah, he's training. Fuck. and
he can't wield it.
He can't wield it because it's like the sword goes one way. It doesn't.
You have to fight with it. You can't fight. You can't just swing around like, you know what I mean. It's like, it's kind of weird to explain, but you have to like do what it wants to do. You go with the motion of the sword. So basically, yeah, they train, and the dude's like, that should be belong to my family. That's my people. You know what I mean? The true Mandalorians. You know what I mean? And so she's like, you accept this challenge? And he's like, yeah. So we get this fight scene. First, he put on the jetpacks, start going at it. I'm thinking, oh boy, gonna whoop his ass. He's just so much damn bigger.
Yeah.
But he's buying though. Mando got that messed up leg. I'm like, Mando got that messed up leg, and Mando's getting bodied.
Well, he fucked up once he picked up the dartsaber because it started like slowing him down.
Yeah, but he started.
He couldn't move. Like Mando was moving a little faster than he was.
Yeah, but he was still. Well, he was almost getting. He was still just swinging it. But at the end of the day, Mando ended up got some little knife. Basically, started putting that work in. Fucks him up. About ready to kill him. Wins the battle. Takes his sword back.
But then a girl asked him.
Asked no boy first.
Yeah, she asked him, "Did you remove your helmet?"
Have you ever removed your helmet? And old dude said, "Nah." And she asked Mando, I was like, man, you better not lie, dog. Like, and she told him, so you can't lie. You're on the oath.
Well, she didn't say you can't lie. She said you have to say like whether you did it or not. You can't.
Yeah, but you
gotta speak up, motherfucker. Did
and Mando said like I'm like a stupid ass motherfucker. Yeah, he said I took it off.
I would have said no, nigga.
But I don't like Bo-Katan's Mandalorian. I like their Mandalorians way better. I like they don't take their helmets
because
off.
they're
different, like
they're
not
like the
religions,
real,
but like
well,
different.
Like they're the real hardcore religious Mandalorians.
Yeah,
like they're a specific creed of Mandalorian that follow the rule of.
Yeah, I like the Mandalorians better than Bo-Katan.
I don't know. I like the other.
If I was a Mandalorian, I probably wouldn't be taking my helmet off. I'm sorry.
Fuck no. I would be taking what?
I'm not taking my helmet off in front of people, bro. I kind of like that. So it's kind of like cool because mystery, bro.
It's not like Bo-Katan has to take her
helmet's always off.
In front of people.
No, I say she has to, but she can if she want to. Bo-Katan sit in a bar, take the helmet off, and sit there and chill out. I don't like that.
I like that. Hey, bro.
For some reason, I feel like I'm more dangerous and more scared if I don't take my helmet off. Think about how much more dangerous you are. They can never come find you. They don't know what you look like. And think about it. If you're sitting there talking to somebody,
what do you mean they don't know what you look like?
Nobody's ever seen you.
But that's what I'm saying is, so if you go somewhere, think about it. Like, let's say this is Star Wars, so there's not like apartments or loft. But let's say in our world, if you traveling in Mandalore armor, you ain't like you taking the fucking helmet off right before you enter the house. No, you're taking the helmet off once you enter the house. So they gonna see a Mandalore walk into the house. At that point,
okay, yeah, I
live there.
Well, they'll never see what my face look like though.
But when are they gonna?
They'll never come to my house.
But when are they gonna need to know your face?
Well, let's say if you were doing crime,
if you take your helmet,
if I was a crime or doing crimes, you would never know what to look for.
I would look for a nigga who has a helmet on the whole time.
I can take the helmet off, low key. Nobody ever know what I look.
But then you disrespect the crew.
You're right. But I do like the idea of not taking off the helmet because it just feels more intimidating. Like when Mando goes and talks about like, hey, hot or cold, or like when he goes against the bounties, you don't have no facial expression. It's kind of cool. Like you're like, oh man, it's kind of tight.
Yeah.
I like it though.
I
understand that.
I do like him keeping the helmet on for those situations. Like I don't want to see him like Tom Holland Spider-Man in the middle of fighting.
He's done it 3 times now total.
But has he ever done it when in the middle of fighting?
No. He's only done it 3 times in the show.
Yeah.
In the whole 2 seasons. But why we keep talking about man? We talking about the episode 2, but
yeah.
So basically, she basically said you have to go do another mission, right?
Well, no, she told him like you have to. Something about bathing in the waters of Mandalore under Mandalore.
No, but remember he says that's what you're supposed to do. But remember, they're not. That's how you can't go to Mandalore.
Yeah,
Mandalore's destroyed.
And she didn't tell him no mission. She just said, "This is the way." Then
no, she said.
She said, "This is the way," and he said,
a journey or something like that. Somebody challenge her a journey, right?
That she was literally talking about the Mandalore mod or whatever.
Yeah,
and he was just like, she said, "This is the way," and he didn't even say nothing. He just walked off.
Yeah, he got kicked. He made
sure to take that dark.
He left.
Hey, if it was me, I would have said, "Okay, bet. I'm out of the creed. I'm gonna go over back to that village and smash that one girl who was interested in me. Fuck that.
You're horny ass.
I can take the helmet off now."
So then we see Mando come back. She liked him with the helmet on. We see Mando basically about to go on a bus, not a bus, but like
it's a
transport for like local people. And the robot tells him, "You gotta take all your weapons off." He's like, "I need this on Mandalore. That's what I do." And
it's my religion.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, he starts taking all these weapons. It's kind of like one of those westerns where they have like a whole bunch of guns and stuff. You're like, "Oh, how I got all these weapons?" And he starts throwing stuff in the bag. You're like, "Oh man, this motherfucker got shit for days and stuff like that." It's pretty cool scene. I thought it was cool. Yeah. I thought it was gonna get stolen.
I thought that was.
I was like, man, I'm still here. Shit.
I thought that was gonna be what the episode is like, and then Boba like finds out like, oh looking for his shit. All right, let me grab him. That's how it was good. That's how I imagined it.
Yeah.
But nah, he had the weapons back, and then he went to Is it Mos Eisley? That part of town, or was it? I know it's Tatooine, but like
I think it's Mos Eisley, yeah.
But he went back to Pelimoto, the mechanic. And he was wondering if she built him a new Razor Crest. And well, before that, she actually. One thing I noticed was the BD-1 droid, which is the same BD-1 droid from
what's the name?
Jedi Fallen Order.
Thought so, yeah. It looks like I didn't know if that was the exact same one, but I know it looks
like and literally in the game, it gets attacked by a monster and it starts limping, and in the show, it gets attacked by a fucking creature and it starts limping. So I was like, okay, I see the parallels here.
Yeah. That was a dope scene. I liked her character. I always like her character. I think she's funny.
Yeah,
the scenes she's in.
She's definitely
she's useful. Also, she's not like she's just there for jokes. She actually is useful and stuff too.
You can tell the actress playing her like she enjoys the role. Like she's having fun with it.
And she talked about how she be dating them Jawas and they all hairy.
Yeah, I was like, hold up, people actually be getting down with the Jawas like that.
The Jawas be getting in. They got them. What are you talking about, boy?
Yeah, I don't even know what Jawas look like underneath them, man.
Nobody can do that. But she said they hairy. That's all we know. But no, I like. Hey, okay, here. Let's get right to it.
They brought out the Naboo Starfighter.
Thank you for bringing back something from the original.
I wonder if that's Anakin's.
Thank you for bringing back something from the prequels, man. I appreciate it. Because a lot of this newer Star Wars stuff don't really go back to the prequels at all.
They try to forget it.
They do. And I'm glad that we finally got an episode where the prequels have been acknowledged in some way. You know what I mean? Seeing that Starfighter was like, oh, man, that's tight. At first, I thought it was just a speeder. I don't know why I thought it was a speeder. From part 1, but I was like, there's no way. The pod racer. Yeah. The pod racer, like, there's no way he go. I mean, Ed can control that because he had the Jedi chromes. It's like he could do that, but like Mando. But then we see it's the Starfighter from the first movie. The Anakin was supposed to be staying in the cockpit or sitting there, but he has started driving off, flying off. But yeah, we see him see that. And he's like, "What the hell is this piece of junk?" It was kind of cool. And we see, go ahead.
We see them rebuilding it, and then he ends up taking it out for a spin.
He takes all that damn yellow off it too. He makes it straight silver.
Yeah. Which it looks I knew he was going to do that. I
know as we had that when the droid era was right there, they took it out. It's like, oh, I gotta go for Grogu. That's for Grogu.
Yeah.
I know it's for that top part's for Grogu. Mm-hmm. He's coming back. It's for Grogu. It's already set it up.
I thought we got rid of the little motherfucker.
Nah, he's back.
I'm kidding.
But we see them go. We see before you go, we see a nice little collage of them working on the ship together, and you see his relationship with the droids has changed. Now you see Mando's growth. Honestly, you see a lot of growth in Mando, which is dope. But go ahead.
And then even when he's taking out for a test spin, he's actually driving through Bedr's Canyon, which is the same.
Anakin, when he tell about how the mountains and stuff and all that stuff. He turns and stuff. I thought he was gonna fuck up and get hit by some sand people or something. I thought someone was gonna come.
Maybe. Also, I would like to apologize to you, my guy. I actually rewatched episode 3, and I noticed that old girl wasn't among the sand people.
Yeah, I told you.
You might be onto something there.
Maybe.
But going back to this episode, I love the flight scene. I really. It just gave me nostalgia, bro. Just seeing him drive through that shit. I was like, oh my god, this is exactly like the same route as the first movie that Anakin took when he was speed racing.
Yeah.
And then Mando goes up in space. He's over here flying past the fucking cruiser, which he's not supposed to do. Just pulled over by these two rebel X-Wing pilots. One of them is from previous episode, and then the other one is actually the guy who played Luke Skywalker in the last episode. Like, as far as the character stand-in.
Yeah, they always have the Starfire. The guys that drive the.
They get like big minor cameos.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. No, I remember the other guy was from the Mando show. Yeah, even as like But yeah, that was tight. It's always cool seeing the Starfires on the sky and all that kind of stuff.
He asked Mando. I forgot what he asked him, but Mando said, "Yeah, all right, motherfucker, press that button and gone."
Like, bro, we can't. What? You want to go back and fill out paperwork? It's like, just forget it. Okay. But yeah, we see Mando come back. He's like, the ship is amazing, fast, everything he wanted, and then we get
Fennec Shan pops up, which that's the only thing that connects to Book of Boba, and she's like, "Oh, we need muscle," and Mando, she pays them, but Mando's like, Boba needs help. All right, it's on the house.
Yeah, I was like,
you know what? I fucked with that. Like, that's
Boba helped him out. Though. Yeah. Boba showed him love, like when he needed a ship and stuff like that, and he needed help with getting Grogu back. So yeah, it's all love.
Yeah,
but it was tight, man. That's how the episode pretty much ends.
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't really know what they can do though.
Well, first off, man, it is tight seeing Mando again, man. I know a lot of people going crazy because Mando, but go ahead. What are you saying?
Oh, no, I was just saying, I don't know what they're going to do in these last... I do like the fact that this episode...
Well, he's going back. He left. He's going back to Grogu.
Yeah, that's what I'm like, what are they doing here? Unless they're...
I'd be cool with the... I think they're going to do one more episode with just Boba and doing his thing, trying to get more maybe recruits, something like that. And then bring Mando come back for the season finale. Yeah. Maybe with Grogu.
Maybe.
Do you want to see Grogu? I know people saying Luke Skywalker or Ahsoka Tano. I'm like, nah, there's no way Luke Skywalker's coming to Tatooine to help Boba Fett fight. And there's no way Ahsoka Tano.
At that point, I would just feel like it's forced at this point.
Yeah,
if they did that.
Grogu would be kind of cool to see back, though. You know, that's the thing. Let's be honest.
Grogu just has such a huge following.
That's what I'm saying. How cool would how much would people love the episode, and how much people go crazy like, oh, Boba will be treated for days. If Grogu comes back with Mando in the last episode, you see the ship, and you see the little green head pop out.
That'd be nice.
That's what I'm saying. Think about people that love Grogu will be like, Grogu, and you're like, oh, I can't wait for Mando season 3.
Yeah, that is true.
You know what I'm saying? It's got to that point now, man. Mando's is so, it kind of crazy. I think about it like this. I think Mando's more popular than Obi-Wan now. I think that Mando season 3 gonna be more anticipated than Obi-Wan.
Really? Nah, Obi-Wan's
because for us, yes. But for those fans that just watch because of Mando or just got on the way like, I don't like the Jedi stuff. I like the Mandalorian. They're excited for Grogu.
So the fake Star Wars fans. No, I'm just
not
kidding.
The fake ones.
I'm just kidding. I'm not calling you
the ones that enjoy the Mandalorian. Like, oh, I enjoy them. Like, it's like Boba Fett. People love Boba Fett how he looks, right? Look at the bounty hunter. If you watch Mando, you're like, oh man, this is the coolest thing ever. I can't wait for that. You don't care about Obi-Wan Kenobi because you know how Obi-Wan Kenobi's story's gonna play out. We know what we're gonna. Well, we don't know what happens in between. Unless you read the comments, which I don't read all the comments. Like I know certain things here and there, but like you kind of know where the end all be all is gonna be for Obi-Wan. Yeah. You know what I mean, you don't know what's gonna happen with Mando, so it's like shit. I don't know. I don't know what Bo-Katan's at. It makes you ask a lot of questions, man.
Yeah,
they definitely.
Will the other Mandalorians pop up with Mando? Who knows?
There's only 3 of them.
Well, Bo-Katan.
The other ones only messed them. Wolf, Bo-Katan.
Yeah,
and the old girl,
Sasha. But yeah, I don't know.
And that's it. Because the other ones ain't gonna mess with them, so it's like, man, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting though. But
Sabine Wren,
really think so?
Maybe. Who knows? Hey, at this point, who knows?
Who knows? All I know is, man.
I just got again. I just want to give a shout out to Bryce Dallas Howard. She did an amazing job with this episode, as far as bringing nostalgia, as far as some of the scenes.
I'm telling you, some of that's because of it's Mandalorian, though. It's because of the character.
I get that, but also, but that's also another thing. It's like I would love to see Bryce Dallas Howard do a Mandalorian project, whether it's a film. I'm talking about whether it's a film or maybe I don't know. I heard they were doing a Bo-Katan series, so if they're doing a Bo-Katan series. Bryce Dallas Howard would be my front runner as far as like headlining the show, the main,
Yeah, I want a Mandalorian movie. I like that he has a show. Yeah. I think he'll get more in. But Bo-Katan show?
But I think she would also do pretty good with other Star Wars content. I think she really is a good fan of it.
She knows how to direct. I can get it. I think she would do some good content. The problem with Star Wars content though is like they're not going to movies no time soon. We won't see a movie probably for another 5-8 years.
Oh, probably not, for sure.
Because the shows are doing so well and the movies did so bad, it's like, well, except Force Awakens, but the rest of them did so bad, It's kind of like, oh, why change up what we got right here? Like, I think Kevin Feige's movie's going to come out, and that might be a good one. That's good, and people like that, maybe we get somewhere. You know what I mean? But great episode, man. Very fun. I give it a 9 out of 10. The only thing I didn't like was that, seeing Mando putting that work and slicing people up, and Boba Fett hasn't done that yet, and he's supposed to be the more demonic criminal type character. I mean, even though he's trying to change, I still want to see moments of that. You know what I mean? Right. And we haven't seen that, but overall, show's dope. Can't wait for next week's episode.
Yeah, I will say next week's episode, like the last 2 episodes, should be like this one as far as should be at least 50 minutes long.
Let me ask you this: do you think at the end of this season, well, they all got longer.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this though: you think when this season's all said and done, you're gonna rewatch this show some more times or not? You think it's had rewatchability so far?
Depends how it ends.
Because I mean, like this: even if it ends good. You might say, man, skip them first 4. Let's get right to 5, 6, 7.
If it all means something, like usually sometimes, just like with with Spider-Man, and I know many people like Spider-Man movies, but now when you watch Spider-Man No Way Home, guess what? Like now all the Spider-Mans, like everybody loves watching them again. So I don't know if it ends on a good note where like, oh, okay, this whole story came together perfectly by the end, which I don't see it happening that way, but if it does, then I consider the show a success where, oh, okay, I can watch it again.
From the beginning?
Yes, from the beginning.
Kind of look at WandaVision, I'd be like, yeah, after them first 3, then it starts getting interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think Book of Boba might be like that, but I don't know. We're going to see with time, but definitely give us y'all opinions, man, what y'all think about this episode. We want to hear it, man. Yep. Wait, I thought I liked it. Y'all liked it.
All right, guys, did you enjoy Book of Boba episode 5? Let us know your thoughts down below in the comment section below. And if you like this review, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and be sure to tune in for more. All right, you guys. I'm DeAndre.
And also, guys, I want to say, I know content's been slacking lately, but we trying to get it all out there. There's just been we had a lot of personal stuff going on, people getting sick and stuff like that. Just, not feeling well with the winter, the cold weather and stuff like that. But we ain't forgot about y'all. We're going to still get this content out. We got a CBM talk coming up soon, and we got some other stuff coming. But
lots of stuff to talk about in that.
Yeah, it'll be fun to do. But my name is Javante.
This is Dre and Jay.
We out.
May the force be with you guys.
May the force be with you all. And this is the way.
This is the way.